Good morning. Welcome to Planet Chaos. I am your host, Brandyn Chaos. With me, as always, is Ed Giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
So this is our first episode back after a while. There's been a lot going on. For some reason, I feel like the majority of it is coronavirus related.
That's the one thing that is going on. We can't go anywhere to do anything else.
Well, technically speaking, we can now, but it's still kind of a bad idea.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. I was at Walmart today. Half the people weren't wearing masks. The other half that were wearing masks, they had their fucking nose sticking out of the top of it. And I'm like, that's not how this works.
Does that surprise you?
Like, why are you even wearing a mask? It doesn't sometimes.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Like, I know, like, last week, I want to say, like, Thursday, I went to Walmart. They had to actually take a count. Like, they could only let a certain amount of people in.
Yeah.
But today, it was elbow to elbow, man.
It's madness out there.
I know. I was smelling different colognes and shit. I'm like, is this mask working? Should I be able to see smell their cologne? Like, I don't understand.
You were wearing a mask, right?
Yeah, I was wearing a mask. Warren makes me wear one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wear a mask too when I go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got the hand sanitizer in the car. I sanitize. I actually put hand sanitizer on my mask too, like the outside. Like I wash it. Because it's one of those fancy cloth ones that her sister made us.
Okay. You're supposed to wash those, like after every use.
Yeah, so I do. I wash it with hand sanitizer.
You wash it with hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I rub on the outside and the inside, and boom.
Yeah. But yeah, I wear a mask. I carry hand sanitizer with me. On the rare occasion that I go to the grocery store, I have disinfectant wipes that I wipe down the cart with, you know.
Yeah, Lauren, she joined a grocery delivery service. We got our groceries delivered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
I only have to go out for random
that.
things. I think it's like $10 a month. I forget who it's through, but it's like $10 a month and unlimited uses. Nah.
Yeah. We've been gone for a while. I made some upgrades to the studio equipment. Why we're able to do a better over-the-phone show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being in the studio in the next couple weeks. I want to see how those work out.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be nice. I'm looking forward to us returning back to our normal lives. I am, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too premature, you know?
Yeah.
Like I
they said there's been an explosion in cases now, especially in Mahoning County down here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But you're not going to see the spikes in cases for reopening until like another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But from what I've been seeing, I've seen people on social media posting pictures of bars and restaurants, and they're just packed. Assholes and elbows, man.
I don't know, man. It's like... I like seeing these idiots online that say that it's a conspiracy theory and it's a hoax, and they're just doing it to control us, and it's tyranny.
Yeah.
Like, do they really know what tyranny is? Like, this is not tyranny.
They don't. They have
like,
no idea.
I got Netflix and Hulu, and I got DoorDash, and I got shit delivered to me. But no. Yeah. It's tyranny. It's tyranny. This is a fucking dream for me. I love this.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast with this. Like, I'm saving so much money by not going anywhere, doing anything.
Yeah. You're talking about how you're being oppressed and this is tyranny. all the while you're at home living like a king. You know, the people that are laid off, they're getting an extra $600 a month. You know, a lot of them that are on unemployment are making more than what they would if they were working.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Like, come on. And,
that's first world problem.
You know, you've got Netflix, Hulu, you know, all these, you know, every restaurant delivers now, whether it's DoorDash or Uber Eats or Postmates or any of those other ones. They all deliver.
I ain't gonna lie. There's been nights where we fed the kids mac and cheese, and me and the wife got sushi and bento boxes.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna act like I'm suffering at all.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, it would be nice to go out to the store to get things that I want to get, but at the same time, I'm in no hurry to do it.
I saw an article that because everything that's going on, that Bezos is set to be the first trillionaire.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I think good for him. He wins.
Well, you know, I don't see the point in anybody being that rich. You know?
Yeah. I would want to be that rich just so I could do like supervillain like stupid things.
Well, you know,
like I have like a golden car and shit. Like I'd really be flaunting it.
Something that, you know, will make you think, and something I've thought about. You know, if you're this super rich CEO, I don't understand how anybody could say that you're successful when you have employees that are living in poverty.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't consider that a win, you know? What's your take on that?
I agree. I think if you're a trillionaire, you could afford to help the people that help you get there.
Yeah. I mean,
but again, if you do that, then you don't become a trillionaire. You're just a small billionaire.
Yeah. Well, you know, the more you take care of your employees, the richer you're going to end up becoming in the long run, really. You know, I will give Bezos credit, though. You know, people bitch about him paying zero in taxes or whatever, but yet this guy is doing what those tax breaks were meant to do, and he's, you know, using the money that he would be paying in taxes to create more jobs. So I gotta give him credit there. I do. You know, his businesses are very successful. It's not like he's not paying his employees somewhat of a livable wage. I mean, when the city of Seattle, where their headquarters is based, raised the city's minimum wage to $15 an hour, he decided that he was going to raise it to $15 an hour company-wide. So I got to give him credit for that. You know, he kind of, in a way, has raised the bar a bit for these CEOs. And then speaking of CEOs, you got Bill Gates. Right after the last episode we did, he stepped down as a board member for Microsoft. But yet
he's basically retired. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's still the majority stockholder, though. But yeah, he stepped down from the board. And according to the conspiracy theorists, he now wants to microchip everybody with the coronavirus vaccine. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. There's people out there that believe that. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I know. It's like, there's a guy, Joe, that I'm friends with, that he worked with Lauren. And he's always putting that stuff up, like, about how it's conspiracy. And I always, you know me, I can't not keep my mouth shut. So I'm always poking holes in stuff, always arguing, like, every day, like 3 or 4 different posts. And it drives me nuts. It's like people really believe that shit. Do you really think Bill Gates, like, I want to make everyone? Like, even if he did, what the hell is the big deal?
We've been hearing our whole lives that the government was going to put microchips in us. You know, we're now approaching 40 years old, and it has not happened because it's not going to happen. It makes no sense for them to want to do that.
Yeah, the logistics is, they can barely keep track of people on paper. They have to have a guy come to your fucking house to count you. They go 1, 2, 3. Like, how do you expect them to actually manage a whole microchip?
Yeah.
Like, they can't manage that. There's too many people in America. If we were like a small country, yes, I would see it. But we're just too big for that.
And
I think it'd be convenient as fuck to have a microchip in my fucking thumb where I wouldn't have to even pull out my debit card, just thumb it, boop, boop, done. I welcome that shit. I welcome the ease and convenience of the future. That's the one thing people don't realize this virus did. It really changed society. To the fact that we can be like, I don't need to go out. I don't need to go here. I don't need to go there. I don't need to go. I can survive.
People can work from home.
To me, you can work from home.
You can go to school from home.
Yeah, Lauren's will work from home. The kids will go. Like, it's been great. Like, I feel like we've come closer as a family. I'm spending more time. Me and her have been doing so good. Like, we're spending time with each other. We're loving each other. We're having lunch together. I mean, if we didn't have kids, it'd be paradise.
Yeah. And they're saying that this coronavirus was created in a lab in Wuhan, and it was funded by Bill Gates and Dr. Anthony Fauci. They're saying that Bill Gates is a huge supporter of population control. Okay. Let's dumb it down a little bit as far as why someone like Bill Gates would not be a supporter of population control. Okay? The only way that someone like Bill Gates ends up becoming as rich as he has become is from a growing population. The more people on this earth that are getting older and starting to buy electronics, Windows products, the more fucking money Bill Gates makes. So why does it make sense that he wants to depopulate the earth?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm on the Thanos bandwagon. I think we're double. I think we need population control.
You think we do need population control?
Oh, yeah. There's never a family that has more than 4 kids that they all come that they're all normal. You can't. You can't handle more than 4 kids. I have 4. There's struggles. I don't think I can handle more than 2. But I do because I have to. You can't be a successful parent. 2 people can be a successful parent to more than 4 kids.
I don't know. Our parents' generation, there was, 6 kids was the norm.
Yeah.
Even
but they had more
my family.
They had more of a community kind of, it takes a village kind of mentality. People now, you tell their kid to stop running around in the store, they want to fight you.
Yeah.
Like, your fucking idiot kid just ran by me and knocked off the shelf on me. And I'm going to tell him to slow down, you're going to fight me? Fuck you. It's like, I used to always argue with people. I tell their kid to shut up. If I'm in the store and my kid's quiet, I'm like, hey, shut your mouth. Like, I'll tell kids to shut up in the store and tell them to act right.
Millennials are having less kids nowadays, though. That's kind of the thing. They're not getting married. They're not having kids,
no, they're having kids. They just don't have a support system. They're not staying together.
Well, actually, I've read some surveys. Most millennials don't want kids at all because they've seen, our generation, Gen X, and our parents' generation, the baby boomers, fucking up with kids. And they see the government fucking up and making it harder for them to raise a family. So, of course, they don't want kids. They don't want to bring them into this crazy world. I can't really blame them.
I can't either.
So what have you been up to during quarantine?
I did, part-time teaching, part-time killing time.
Yeah.
Teaching the kids, doing a lot of stuff with the kids outside, doing stuff.
I feel like everyone's kind of gotten fat during the quarantine. Like, everyone's gained that quarantine 15.
Yeah, I wish. I still weigh 220. I can't get it. I think I might have lost there a little bit. I've been eating better. Yeah. I don't have to eat my cooking. We've been eating out a lot. Lauren's like, yeah, I don't want your chicken and rice. We're going to have Outback tonight.
So, a lot's been going on. We didn't get to touch on some of these topics because we didn't do a show for a while. It's been about 2 months since we've done a show. Tom Brady. We haven't gotten the chance to really dive into that one, man. There was a lot of moves in the NFL. The draft happened. A lot of trades.
Did it? This is the first year I didn't even pay attention to draft. I didn't even care.
I didn't really care either.
If you ask me if the Browns drafted, I have no fucking idea.
My team didn't even get the first round, so I really didn't give a shit. I don't know. A lot of experts still have the Steelers getting the pity playoff spot, though. I don't know how that's going to happen. I only see them going maybe 8-8. I don't see them finishing in the top 2 of their division.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to take it. That's why.
I think Cincinnati's got a better shot.
Doesn't Cincinnati have like a rookie quarterback again? Didn't they get rid of Andrew Dalton?
Yeah. Where the fuck did Dalton?
He went to what?
Cowboys.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They signed Dalton before they offered Dak a new contract.
They're like, well, go, buddy. Yeah. We'll put the Red Rocket back there.
Hey, Dalton's got the numbers, man. He just never had a team.
No. Well, he had A.J. Green for a while, but they didn't have a good offensive line.
Yeah. So what did you think of, what was it? The WrestleMania? That the one where they had no audience?
Yeah, it sucks because my son Jaden, his birthday was on the 5th, which is the day WrestleMania was on. He was so excited to have a WrestleMania birthday and to watch WrestleMania and all its glory. And
yeah,
we watched it, we enjoyed it. They tried their best. Like, wrestling has really been trying the best to do their shows. They're still taping shows with no audience. I mean, it's okay, but the audience, like, I never realized how much the audience makes a show.
Well, are they doing it in a ring or what are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing it in just a small. They have they have a training center in Florida where they're doing it there. They have a training center where it's like a whole stage where they practice. Basically, they're using a practice arena.
I saw a video clip from, I think it was WrestleMania with The Undertaker, where it was like in a cemetery or something.
Yeah, him and AJ Styles. Him and AJ Styles had what was called a boneyard match, where it was cinematic, like it was like a movie. And then the next night, John Cena and The Fiend had a match too, which was really cinematic, and they went through like the phases of Cena's life.
See, and then I don't watch wrestling, okay, but I saw that video clip, and I was like, if they did that with all the matches, I would probably watch it. That was cool.
Yeah, you would have liked. They just did the Money in the Bank pay-per-view a couple weeks ago, where you have to climb a ladder and get a briefcase.
Yeah.
What they did was with this one is they had the men and women fight at the same time, and they started at the bottom floor of Titan Towers, which is basically where the WWE corporate headquarters are.
Yeah.
And they fought up through the building to the roof.
Oh.
Yeah, it was cinematic too. It was pre-recorded like weeks ago, and it was really good.
See, I would watch shit like that if they did that all the time. But it's just, two people in a ring wrestling, it gets boring.
It depends on the wrestlers. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. All right, so back to football. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now, the NFC South is going to be the division to watch. That's where it's at this year. You've got Brady with the Buccaneers now.
As long as he doesn't catch a case of breaking and entering again.
Yeah.
He's the only motherfucker who can walk in someone's house. They're like, oh, fuck it, it's Tom Brady. That's fine. Come on, everybody.
Yeah, could you imagine homeowner? They're just sitting there in their living room, and in walks Tom Brady. He's like, is that fucking Tom Brady just walking in my house?
Like, oh, surprise! Am I dying? Like, is this a Make-A-Wish thing?
And then he's living in Derek Jeter's old house.
Yeah.
So
like Derek Jeter's his landlord. So I can imagine like he's like, hey, my sink's messed up. If Derek Jeter has to come over the wrench and fix it.
Well, is he renting it or did he buy it from Derek Jeter?
I think he's renting it from what I understood. Okay. And then his buddy Gronk is like, I'm retired. Nope, I'll come back. Fuck it.
Yeah, Gronk.
Funny with the wrestling tie-in too. He was a 24/7 champion at WrestleMania. He actually because he hosted WrestleMania. He took a title, and he retired from wrestling with the title. I don't know if they got it back. I don't think R-Truth got it back from him yet. He's technically the 24/7 champion right now.
Hey, that's it's not the first scripted championship that Gronk has ever won. So yeah, this guy comes out of retirement from football and is traded to Tampa the next day. Oh, man. He wanted to continue playing with Brady, but he didn't want to play for Belichick anymore.
See, I think Gronk needed Belichick to keep him in line.
Yeah. I think he's going to fall apart in Tampa.
There's only one person that Bill Belichick couldn't keep in line. That was Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. Yep. So, have you seen any of these virtual concerts online?
I've seen ads for them. They've come on my news feed, but I'm not really that big of a music guy, so I haven't really been watching them.
Yeah. I
haven't played a lot of Warzone.
There's some artists that I've seen that are doing it like daily. Some big name artists, either on their YouTube channel or on Facebook, Instagram Live, all that stuff. They're live streaming just about daily. There's some that are doing it occasionally here and there, and then there's artists that are not doing it at all. And I kind of feel like really shows you who's playing music for the love of playing music and who's doing it for the money. These guys that are fiending to get out there and just play their songs for people are the ones that are live streaming. The ones that just want your money are the ones that aren't live streaming.
I think the only live stream concert I watched was the Service Monkeys because they tagged me in it.
Yeah? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I watched that. It was okay. It was pretty good. It was fun.
Yeah?
I got to make my smart ass comments a couple times in there. It was good.
Nice. And speaking of music, I can't believe it's 2020 and the band Trapped is making headlines all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what's going on with him, man. I've known Chris for a long time, and he's always been a little cuckoo, But he's going off on these weird ass like pro-Trump and racist rants all over Facebook and all over Twitter. And if anybody criticizes him at all, he's attacking them. He's resorting to name calling. And just some of the wacky shit that he said, man. Hold up, I'm gonna pull up his Twitter real quick. And the weird thing is, like, he's not posting this shit to his personal Twitter or personal Facebook. It's the band's page. So it comes up as Trapped. It doesn't come up as Chris Taylor Brown.
Oh, that's crazy. The band's letting him do that.
Yeah, that's what blows my mind here. Let's see.
At least he's not like Axl Rose arguing with people that work for the president and actually getting replies.
Huh?
You see, Axl Rose was arguing with someone that works for Trump.
Oh yeah, and then Trapped responded to it, dissing Axl Rose. Here's one. Okay, where he's dissing Christopher Titus, the comedian. This comedian is acting like another arm of our liberal mainstream press. Flynn pled guilty because FBI threatened to go after his son for missing a few things on a foreign consultant app. Would have bankrupted Flynn Jr. with a 4-month-old baby. At Titus Nation is a total asshole. And then he was going after Ice-T.
That's not smart.
Yeah. Of course, Axl Rose. Guys, just all over Donald Trump's nutsack, dude.
Like, why?
I don't know, man.
Dude, I tell you what, man, Trump has really been, he has been crazy. Like, the whole quarantine thing, I think, is driving him nuts, too. Because he's been doing one stupid thing after another.
You talking about the dude from Trapped?
No, Trump.
Oh, Trump, yeah.
Like, I like Trump. I think he irritates me, but lately I'm like, are you fucking serious, Donnie? Like, is there something wrong? Like, are you okay?
Yeah, but see, here's where Trump is smart, though. He doesn't sit there and reply to every tweet. This dude from Trapped, he sits there and replies to every fucking tweet. So there's people on there that are just trolling the fuck out of him. And he's sitting there replying to it and getting mad as shit. And I think one of my favorite things, he's like, anybody that disagrees with him is just a fucking nerd. That's his whole thing. Like, you must have gotten picked on in school. You're a fucking nerd. Yeah.
Nerd.
He had a post one day. I'm just kind of paraphrasing it here, but the basic gist of it was Trapped fans are good looking, get laid a lot. They were the ones that were the bullies in school. They never got bullied. Just, shit like that. The guy is just, he's lost his fucking mind, and I'm actually in the process of trying to book him for an interview on the show.
Oh, that's going to be great, because I can troll him, motherfucker. I'm like, hey, let's do this. I can't fuck with him?
Yeah.
Because you have to tell me, hey, don't fuck with this guy. Let's be nice. You never take the leash off me.
Yeah. And then Puddle of Mud. That's another one that's been making headlines lately. Of course, several years ago, their lead singer, Wes Scantlin, he was in the news all the time because he was getting arrested, he was on drugs, he was off drugs, just all kinds of crazy stuff. He took a break from music for a little while and went to rehab, and as far as I know, he's been clean for a couple years now. But then they did a live session with SiriusXM where they did SiriusXM is doing this whole series where they're bringing in artists that were popular in the 90s and the early 2000s and having them cover other artists of that time period. Like, they will give you a list of songs and say, here, pick one of these songs and, we'll do a video of you performing it. And being that they're big Nirvana fans, Puddle of Mud chose to do About a Girl by Nirvana. And absolutely fucking butchered it.
I think I listened to that. I was like, this don't sound right.
Yeah.
I think I saw that. I listened to it. I was like, this don't sound right at all.
Yeah, it was really bad. And even though, I'm friends with Wes, it's really hard to defend a performance like that. He's actually going to be coming on the show in a few weeks. I asked him about it, and of course I have to book it through his publicist, so I have to contact her. Always when you're dealing with bigger touring artists, it's always, you got to go through their person, even if you're friends with the people,
Yeah. One of our people call your people.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is too. But
don't worry, we'll have people one day.
I just fired my people. But where was I? Yeah, it's hard to defend that performance because it was so awful. So of course people were assuming maybe he was back on drugs. But I talked to him and he said it was like 2 a.m. when they recorded that. They're not super rich, so they're touring in, a small bus, like an RV or some shit like that. The guys in the band are taking turns driving. They had just driven 12 hours straight to get to New York to record this performance. It was 2 a.m. He had been up all night drinking coffee. His voice was raw. Plus, he said he was a little bit trying to imitate Kurt Cobain, and it just ended up being a total disaster.
But they didn't listen to it and be like, hey, this ain't good. Let's take a nap. Let's do this again in the morning. Why? Sometimes you have to.
Well,
I don't understand that.
When you're dealing with
the first pancake, sometimes you got to throw the first pancake away.
Well, when you're dealing with a company like Sirius, a large company, they have a pretty strict timetable for when they need things to get done. I understand it a little bit, but
my old man used to say, "You want things done right, or do you want it done right now?"
Well, you'd think that at least Sirius would be like, you know what? Why don't you guys get some rest? We'll try this tomorrow.
Exactly.
I know if I was Wes, I would have been like, fuck this. Let's do this.
This is not my best work. I'm not going to let this come out.
I can do better.
Time for coffee. That's crazy.
So, word around the water cooler is, I know we touched on it a few episodes back, the major cuts that iHeart's doing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's some buzz that there might be more cuts coming here pretty soon.
God, they got to be booming, though, with everyone sitting at home listening and stuff.
Well,
then I saw a thing that all streaming things are up and doing great right now. Because more people's at home streaming stuff right now.
Radio, 100% of their revenue.
Oh, wait a minute. Radio, because you drive, and for quarantine, you don't drive anywhere.
They've got the iHeartRadio app, which if you have a premium subscription, that benefits the company, iHeartMedia, but the individual radio stations aren't getting a cut of that. Each individual radio station is funded 100% by their advertisers. So
people are like, I don't need advertisers because people aren't driving anywhere.
Exactly. If there's businesses that are shut down, I'm like, why the fuck do I need to advertise?
For being supported by Uber drivers and DoorDashers.
Yeah. But, the advertisers, if they're shut down, why are they advertising?
Yeah.
But there's rumors going around that there's some syndicated shows that are going to be getting cut. I'm not going to mention the name, but the one morning show in Cleveland that's syndicated, there's a chance.
The one that I don't like, that you like?
Yeah. There's a chance they might be getting cut. I guess they announced Friday on the air that the company was forcing them to take 1 week of unpaid vacation, during which time the host told the rest of his staff that if he was them, he would not be spending a whole lot of money anytime soon. So
you know what? But they could evolve and like do their show differently. They could get a streaming show. They could do a Twitch show if they wanted to. They could continue.
Well, they've got their subscription premium shows on their website. But I wouldn't be surprised if they worked out a deal with Sirius. And I think that show would do a lot better on Sirius anyways. I really do. Yeah,
if they could take the reins off, they could take the control off a little bit. They can uncall it, or they could let them do some more crazy stuff.
Yeah,
like you could do on a subscription, like a paid channel.
Yeah,
that's why like a lot of TV shows are coming out on Hulu and Netflix stuff, because they can do more gritty stuff and they can do more. The creativity is better on those shows. That's why those shows are doing so great. Like Tiger King, you could have Tiger King on Fox.
No.
That had to be on Netflix. That was great.
I haven't watched it. Is it? I don't know. Does it live up to the hype?
You didn't watch? Oh, you have that? Yeah, Tiger King lives up to the hype. Well, it's got everything. It's got rednecks. It's got gay guys. It's got tigers. It has a chick that got her arm bitten off and she came to work like later that week. Like she took like a 3 or 4 days off and came back with a fucking nub and worked there for years afterwards.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, she's fucking tough, man.
I know that one tiger place is in Tampa because I've driven past it.
Big Cat Rescue?
Yeah, the one that Carol Baskin owns.
That bitch, Carol Baskin.
Yeah, I've driven past that place numerous times. I'm familiar with it.
I tell you what, man, she has it on lock. All the people who work there are volunteers, and they put them on a ranking system to where you have to work there longer as a volunteer to be actually ranked up and like get different color shirts. She has those guys working for free. Like they're almost like a cult out there. Jeez. Like all those tiger places like a cult.
I don't get it. I don't get the fascination with the show either.
Because you haven't watched it. That's why.
Yeah. And I probably won't.
Oh, man. You'll like the other guy. There's another guy in Florida where he has like these 3 wives and they're like all hot and stuff.
Jeez.
And it's like a sex cult. Like he tells them like you have to stay thin, makes them get breast implants and shit.
Speaking of cats and Florida, it just came up in my Facebook memories a couple days ago. When I was still in Florida, we went to this place called the Cat Cafe. It was a little coffee shop, and they had a separate room. You pay, I think it was like $10 or $7 a person. You go in, you can drink your coffee and play with the cats. And the cats that were in there are all up for adoption too.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm not a cat guy, but the wife and the daughter loved it.
We got 2 cats, but they're outside cats.
Yeah, see,
they pop in every once in a while and eat. And yeah, we have outside cats. They're cool. Like the one Toby, he pops in. And the other one, Thor, he was a rescue cat. Like I'm not talking about I went to the store and picked him out. I'm talking about I found this fucking half-dead kitten next to my garbage can in a rainstorm in October. That's the kind of rescue he was. But they fight now because they're both males, and so they fight a lot, so they don't really come in together.
Yeah.
They come in at opposite times.
See, if I had an outdoor cat, I could deal with that. I don't like having animals in my house because, no matter how clean you keep your house, if somebody comes over that doesn't have pets, they could tell right away that you have a pet. Yeah. I hate the smell.
You ever go to someone's house that didn't have a cat, but it smelled like they do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What causes that?
I don't know. Maybe
I know a few places when I was a kid, but I was like, you have a cat? No, they never had a cat. It was bad housekeeping or something rotten somewhere.
When we moved into our house, the carpet in the living room smelled like wet dog. It took me forever to get rid of the smell. And still sometimes, like if I go too long without vacuuming, I can smell it. I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
And not to mention the people that lived here before us. Jeez, they used the bathtub like an ashtray. Because the fans that you normally have in the bathroom, usually it's just like it's usually just a normal fan. Well, our bathroom, it's like a pretty powerful exhaust fan.
Dude, it is. It sounds like a fucking jet engine. Like I felt like I was taking a shit on a runway. It scared me.
So I'm guessing that's why they smoked in the bathroom, but they would throw the butts in the bathtub.
Ugh.
Yeah. And then they would get lodged in the drain, and we've run Drano through there like 18 times.
Dude, I gotta get you some of the acid stuff I get from the local hardware store.
What's it called?
Like, it's acid. It's fucking, it's like a blank-ass label acid. It's muriatic acid. And it comes in a bottle that comes in a plastic bag. Like, they double bag this shit. About, like, there's like a big poison thing, so don't use it if you're not trained. The old guy said, because I had clogged in my drain. So I was like, I can't get it out. Dude's like, here, trust me. So I was just going to get a long, like, wire or something with a hook and try to jam it down. I was telling him what. He's like, no. He's like, trust me. Do about half a bottle of this. So half a tub of water. I put it in there and it goes, like, you can hear it fucking corroding shit.
I'd be worried about that shit melting my bathtub.
No, it won't melt inert objects like plastic, metal. No, it only eats organic things. But I mean, I put a half bottle in there, fucking drained it 10 minutes later, ran in the hot. He said, get a pot of boiling water, like just normal, like you're making mac and cheese. He's like, you just dump that down the drain to finish it off. He's like, you will have a problem for months. And I have not had a problem for months. My drain runs better now than it did, like, even when I moved in.
Wow.
Like, it, cleaned it out. It was like I gave my fucking drain diarrhea. And so I clean pipes now. And it's just fucking called acid. Like, acid. It's just let me go get it. Hold on, let me go get it. I got rid of the bottle. Like, there's no name brand. There's no fancy pictures. It's called Professional Drain Opener. Danger, poison. Contains concentrated sulfuric acid. Read instructions carefully. Keep out of reach, children.
Sulfuric acid?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's fucking like you pour it in, and it goes like it bubbles.
Oh man!
Like you can hear it just fucking like. Oh no, man! It works.
It works, yeah, I'm sure.
It's like using a bazooka to kill a spider.
Shit.
I don't fuck around with things. I'd rather do that. I'm like, done. Do it once. Like, I still have a half bottle. It's been a couple months.
What the fuck, man?
It's no name brand. It's just called Professional Drain Opener. You can only get it at a hardware store. A little hardware store. You can't get, like, I look for it at Home Depot and Walmart. They don't have it.
Hold on a second.
And it's $15 for like a, I don't know, it's like maybe like a quarter a pint. I don't know. I forgot to look at how much is in there. But it fucking does the job, man.
Crazy. I don't know if I would want to fuck with that though. You know, there's stuff around the house and stuff when it comes to cars that I can do, but I would just prefer somebody else because I don't feel like fucking doing it.
Yeah, I'm not very vocational either. Like, my idea was to just jam something long down there. That's my idea for everything. Just jam something long in it. Fixes the wires, you should fix the drain, right?
Exactly.
But no, like I thought the kids put like a piece of cardboard or something in there or a toy. I was gonna go down and hook it, try to dislodge it, bring it back up. And the guy said, "Nah, it's probably just hair and soap and all that shit." He's like, "Trust me, this will do it." Anytime you need anything, you go to a fucking old guy at a hardware store.
If
that guy is under,
no, man.
Yeah, if they're under 50, I don't fucking talk to them. Like, no, I want to talk to fucking Overred Bucker over there. I don't want to talk to you. Get out of here. You're too young and good looking. You don't know what I'm talking about. I want the old guy. Like, you ever go to a plumber and it's like Dave and Son? Don't ever get the Son. I want Dave. I want the Son.
Yeah. The Son doesn't know shit. right. Well,
if I see the guy and he's younger than me, I'm like, no, done. I want the old guy.
We're going to take a little bit of a break. Then we'll be back. We've lost a few celebrities lately, so we're going to remember some of these celebrities we've lost recently. All right.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
We'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned.
Yay, very enthusiastic, we're back.
Yeah. So, there's been some, quite a few celebrity deaths recently.
Yeah. Some natural, some COVID, some accidental. The autopsy report?
Huh?
The Kobe autopsy report?
What's that?
Yeah, apparently they died of blunt force trauma. They needed an autopsy to tell us that.
Huh? What are you talking
about? The autopsy for Kobe Bryant's plane crash just got published.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I read it. It said they died of blunt force trauma. Yeah. Like of course. Like do we really need like a? All they say is nobody was on drugs. That's all they needed to say. But no, they had to go in depth on it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it seem like so long ago now?
It does, yeah.
Like it was only, what, 3 months ago? 4 months ago?
January.
Yeah, January, February, yeah.
One of the recent deaths was Fountains of Wayne bass player Adam Schlesinger.
Oh yeah,
that was a tough one. I can't say that I was friends with the guy, but I had met him on several occasions. Did several interviews with him. He was a super nice guy. Always great conversation, and I think most people don't realize how many of his songs that they actually know. You know, everybody knows Stacy's Mom. Everybody knows that fucking song.
Yeah, I heard that today, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, there's other Fountains of Wayne songs that people know. Hackensack is pretty popular. Katy Perry covered that on her Unplugged performance. It was on an episode of Scrubs.
I was gonna say, they were on a couple of songs from Scrubs.
Yeah. But Adam was also a well-known, well-respected producer and songwriter. He's worked with the Verve Pipe, who I've also had on the show. Dashboard Confessional. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's just been so many that he's worked with. The Monkees, the last Monkees album, he produced and wrote several of the songs for.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. He wrote the title song from the movie That Thing You Do. A lot of people don't realize that. Yeah. And then his band, Fountains of Wayne, did the theme song for the TV show Crank Yankers. You remember that show?
Yep.
Yeah.
They brought that back. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's back.
I haven't watched it, though. I haven't really watched much network TV.
I like that show. Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel did a great job with that show.
I got mail, yay!
I'm going to Hawaii, yay!
Yay! Yeah, and me being ahead, it was just calling you look special ed, like the guy from Crank Yankers. Like, yeah, that's me.
That was Jim Florentine that did that voice for special ed. It's another one. I like Jim Florentine. He's a nice guy. I've met him a few times. But Adam Schlesinger also played in a band called Ivy. He played in a band called Tinted Windows, which had the drummer from Cheap Trick, Taylor Hanson from Hanson, and the guitar player from the Smashing Pumpkins. Kind of an oddball combination of musicians there, but...
sounds like a Mad Lib for a fucking band.
He wrote
drummer.
Wrote that big hit "Just the Girl" by the Click Five. I don't know if you remember. You'd know that song if you heard it. So I'm sure everyone's going to go look that one up. The guy had one of the most impressive resumes in music, with all of his writing and production credits. Unfortunately, lost his life to COVID-19.
Yeah, that's
52
great.
years old, man. 52.
Yeah.
That's young.
I know, especially I'm getting close to 40. I think that's young. Oh, that's only 12 years older than me.
When they say, like, over the age of 50 is when you're at the highest risk, and that's where I think people aren't taking it seriously, because they say, it's more deadly to the elderly or
people that have
underlying
like breathing
conditions.
Problems.
Yeah, but they're categorizing the elderly here as anybody over the age of 50. They're saying you're at a higher risk if you're over the age of 50, which to me is pretty young, because that's where I'll be in 12 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And just a few days ago, lost a good friend to COVID-19 who was only 40.
Yeah.
That's way too young, man. But
your buddy you were posting about the day before?
Yeah.
See, sometimes I wish when people post about someone's death, they would say how they died. Because there's been a lot of people dying, and I don't know if I assume it's from overdoses. Like, when I see like someone like young,
yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's from an overdose. Like, I wish there should be a rule. If you're going to say thoughts and prayers about your friend dying, label, hey, this is what they died from. Like, just say
well, sometimes, it's private. I did say it.
Because sometimes you don't get, I tell you what, overdoses don't get my thoughts and prayers. Sorry. You get my chuckles and snickers.
Yeah.
He knew how to party. Dude knew how to party. He out-partied us all. He won.
No, I'll admit it, though. Like, if I see that somebody, like, under the age of 40 died, I usually assume it's either suicide or drugs.
Yeah.
Unless I hear otherwise. And a lot of times when they don't, in the obituary, if they don't say how they died, usually it's something like that, But yeah, he was only 40 years old. DJ Steve Fish. Well known and well respected in the area. Not just a DJ, he was also an event coordinator. This is somebody that, if you've ever DJ'd in Youngstown, you've probably gotten at least one job because of him. Whether it's a club
I think
or
I might have interviewed that guy to DJ my wedding. I think he may have been one of the guys we saw. Because he looked familiar. I told Lauren, she's like, he looks like we've seen him somewhere.
I've referred him to a lot of people for weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was cool about him too, is if he got you the gig, he didn't take a cut from it. He'd let you keep the entire pay for the event. He didn't take a finder's fee or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but he's gotten a lot of work for a lot of DJs. I know that there's been times where like I would hit him up and be like, hey, money's a little tight this month. If you got a DJ gig you could send my way, let me know. And without even missing a beat, he would always be like, hey, I need something tonight and tomorrow at such and such. You available? Like, yeah. And then there was another time where I lost my job at a radio station and I had some bills I had to pay. I went to him about some gigs. He's like, yeah, I need somebody tonight at, such and such. And then he'd be like, hey, if you need some money, my license is suspended right now and I don't have a car. If you don't mind, could you give me and my girlfriend a ride around for a little while and I'll pay you for it? Yeah, sure. Why not? Then, like, this dude was constantly busy, always had a full schedule of weddings and clubs. So there'd be times where he would have a wedding gig on a Saturday, and then he'd be scheduled for a club gig that night. And, of course, the way that things run, the times would overlap, so he would have me or somebody else go. He'd say, hey, go ahead and start out the night, and then I'll come in and take over. Or, if it was coming close to the time where he was supposed to show up, he'd hit me up and be like, hey, just finish off the night. But the nights where he did come in late and take over, he would hand me the full pay for the night and say, here, thanks for filling in for me for a little bit. So he was always very generous. Instead of like splitting the pay, he'd be like, hey, here, you take the full pay. 19 years ago, though, he had renal failure and had to have a kidney transplant. And the medication that he took to make sure his body didn't reject the kidney made it unable for his body to fight off the coronavirus. That's what ended up doing him. And it's really sad too. Like, when the whole thing first happened, he was scared to death because, he knew that this was a possibility. And then even after he was diagnosed, before he went into the hospital, he was scared. And he was on a ventilator for like 3 weeks. They took him off the ventilator and he was slowly improving, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stories like that really fuck with my morality. Because, like, how does a guy that's, like, that good and does so many good things and helps out so many people get snuffed out? But then there's an old fucker down the street that's an asshole to everybody and lives to be 100.
Yeah, it just doesn't
like, it really fucks your morality. It's like you try to be a good person, but then you see all these, like, people are just fucking people over left and right, and nothing bad ever comes their way. You're just like, why the fuck am I doing extra effort being good?
It almost makes you wonder if karma actually exists, Yeah,
I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in it at all. They always say bad people get karma because they fuck up. They get too greedy and they don't stop. That's why they get fucked over. I create my own karma.
But you had some bad karma recently, right?
I don't know what you're talking. What do you mean?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, people are babies. They throw fits.
Oh, come on, man.
There's a lot. I found if we weren't on our show right now, we would be gossiping like two girls. There are so many layers of that story. I have so much juicy news about that story, but I'm not gonna go low and discuss it on our show. I'm gonna take the high road.
I'm your therapist. Don't forget that. Talk to me.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What happened with this situation? Well, what happened with this situation? Let's go there. Okay. Let's start at the top layer.
Basically, it was an online disagreement. Someone disagreed with my opinion on something, and instead of being a person and actually thinking through what they're saying, they do a hissy fit and block me.
But did you persist the situation? Did you egg this person on?
No,
Do you feel at
not at all.
At some level,
not at all.
Part of this was your fault?
My only crime was not responding when someone was telling me I was wrong. My only crime was to keep debating because I believe something, they believe something else. That's it. And I understood that they're overly sensitive to the subject, so that's fine. I've moved past it. I was angry that day when it happened because I don't like being blocked, especially by someone that says they don't block someone ever for anything.
You don't think you're being kind of douchey?
I was being sincere. I was not being... See, if I'm debating somebody with something and I'm being sincere because it's my beliefs, like, I get emotionally invested. Now, if I'm just being a dick about it, like, and just doing it to do it, then I won't care. I'm like, yeah, I'll stop. It's fine. That's the difference. I actually believe what I was saying.
So you weren't trolling?
No, I was not trolling at all. It was authentic what I thought. What my opinion was what I put on there, my honest opinion. Even the last post I put on there, like, I felt was very sincere. You read it, right? Because I know he didn't.
I don't know.
He didn't delete it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I said nothing. I was cordial about every plan I made. I'm sorry that you're overly sensitive to it. Something that happened miles and miles away, and you want to take it out on someone I just happen to be the person to take it out on. That's fine.
Do you have a message for him? Because he listens to the show. He's still going to listen to the show. What do you have to say to him?
My message is don't say you're not going to block someone, but then block someone. That's it.
That's it?
And don't be in a position, don't threaten someone when you can't really back it up. That's not smart.
Who do you threaten?
Oh, you just one who told me.
Oh, yeah. If you want to throw hands, you know where he lives.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Like, it's not fair. Like, I don't want to get a double negative on me, Oh. I mean, I'm over it. I understand that there was different things going on in that person's life. Things that I'm really close to the guy and, like, his circle of friends, we'll say. So I know that there's more stuff going on than just that. It just happened to be that I was the straw that broke the camel's back that day, basically. And I'm over that. I'm fine with it.
Oh, man. You're always getting into some drama, man. Always.
You know what it is? It's because I have two philosophies. Like I said, the first thing is if I believe, yeah, fuck bitch, you get money. No, I don't get no money. No, it's if you are talking to someone on Facebook, as long as you're not calling someone names, you have a different opinion, you shouldn't be chastised for it. I don't believe in that at all. It's like if you're going to sit there and say it's open for discussion, and discuss it, Even if it's not your opinion, even if you don't believe what that person is saying, then that's fine. You go through with it. And the other thing is I won't apologize unless I think I'm wrong. Like me and Lauren were talking about this the other day, how I never apologize when we fight. I just kind of let it go because I don't apologize when I think I'm right. Now, you might think I'm wrong. Other people might not think my opinion is right, but I believe it's right, so I'm not going to apologize if you get offended for what I believe is right.
Okay, so let's go to the origin of this incident, okay? We were talking, or you guys were talking about the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Is that how you say his name?
Oh, I don't even remember. I have not even looked at anything about it for a week now.
It was this black guy down in Georgia was out for a jog, and two hillbillies accused him of breaking into houses. They had guns. They were just two regular guys, and they chased this guy down. He, of course, fought for his life, and they ended up killing him. Well, this was back in February. The video recently went viral, and these two guys, because of public outrage, have now been arrested and charged with murder. And of course, you said that you felt like there was more to it than
when we first started talking about it. It was two guys that went out and they said lynched a guy because he was black. So what they were saying was, if two guys drove around and said, "Hey, look at that dark fellow over there. Let's try to kill him." And I was like, "No, that's not how that looked. I saw the video. It doesn't look. It was sloppy and unplanned. There was a situation, and that's all I was saying was it was a situation that got way out of hand. There's a reason behind it where they thought that what they were doing was right, not just because of the color of his skin, which it was, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It wasn't just because they woke up in the morning and said, "Let's go hunt some African American people." Well, that's the point I was trying to get across. It was a bad situation.
They said that he fit the description of whoever was breaking into these houses. The only part of the description that he fit was the color of his skin. So, technically it was because of the color of his skin.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't call it a lynching, though.
No, I would not. That's the part I was trying to say. Like, it's not a lynching. Like, did you not, study... that person of all people should know what a lynching is. They would have better information and stories of it than I read in textbooks.
I mean, what's the definition of a lynching? Isn't that a large group of people?
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was an organized group of people that go out with the intention of taking out, killing someone, or hanging someone, or killing them, or brutalizing them. Organized. And what I'm saying, if you see that video, that was not organized.
Yeah, and they said that he resisted a citizen's arrest, which you don't have to comply with a citizen's arrest.
No.
You don't.
No. And I'm not saying what those two guys did was right. I was saying it was wrong. No one should have got killed in that situation.
Yeah.
The only point I was making was it was not an organized thing that it was a situation that got way out of hand. There were two citizens trying to do a cop's job that they shouldn't even been doing. They should have called the cop.
Well, and
that's what should have happened.
Here's more, another layer to that story that makes it worse is it turns out that these two men, the older one was that county's retired DA, and the younger guy was his son. So that's a bit of a twist there. And then the fact that it took so long for them to arrest these guys. And I'm sure, when this guy retired, the guy who took his position as the current DA was probably an assistant prosecutor for this guy. So when the case first came up, he was probably like, okay, we're going to sweep this under the rug. We're not going to mention this again. And then, of course, the video goes viral.
DA is an elected official, I thought.
No. The DA is not an elected position.
I believe the district attorney is elected.
No, it's a point.
I guess it might vary by state. But someone will have to look up, because I always thought district attorneys you have to run for district attorneys. I've seen people have political signs for district attorney. We'll have to fact check that. Someone will have to fact check that.
Yeah. But usually when a DA retires, though, one of their assistants are appointed to take over. Yeah.
Plus, it was a small town, so they probably just... Yeah, that guy he probably ran unopposed even if it was
possibly. Election. But either way, they've probably both worked as prosecutors in the same area and knew each other pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
No
doubt.
What I'm curious to see is what defense these guys go with. I recently saw it was a doorbell camera video from that neighborhood right before the guy was shot, and the caption for the video was that he was running from it's like a construction house or whatever, house that was under construction. says that he was running from there, and they started chasing him. I watched the video, and I didn't see anybody run out of the house.
Well, when I saw the video, I saw that the white truck looked like it would stop at least 2-3 houses in front of the guy, and the guy ran behind it, and then the guy jumped out of the truck and confronted him. And off camera, you can't really see off camera, but for some reason they start wrestling with the gun.
Yeah.
So
well, if two people who aren't in uniform and don't show you a badge are trying to arrest you, you're gonna try to fight for your life too.
Exactly. For the defense of self-defense, you have to prove what's called imminent danger, which means you have to prove that you are in fear of life. If you have two good old boys with two shotguns and a guy running, that's not fear for your life. That's Now him grabbing at the gun, I guess if you could construe it that way, he tried to take a firearm from me and kill me. But in the first sense, the guy that's trying to pull the gun has imminent danger.
Yeah.
Because he sees, and understandably, I mean, I don't care if you're white, black, or whatever. If you see two guys pointing two shotguns at you, you're gonna be in fear.
And what I'm really hoping that they don't go for is an insanity plea, because that would be a huge game changer in the American legal system, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because you say I was. Wait, well, how could they do? I don't see how they could do insanity.
They could say, they could come right out and say, yeah, we're racist, but it's a mental illness. Okay, so then if they go for an insanity plea, win or lose, every racist person in this country could use mental illness as an excuse for their racism. And
I think first you would have to classify racism as a mental illness. I don't believe it's a mental illness. I believe it's a personal preference.
It could be.
That's the problem with it. It's a personal preference.
But, like I said, win or lose, you could see a bunch of hillbillies going around the country killing black people, and when they get caught, say, oh, I've got a mental illness. That's why I did it.
Well, no, if it's premeditated. See, the thing is I don't believe it was premeditated. That's the point I was trying to make. It wasn't premeditated. That was a situation that got out of hand.
No, I don't think they set out to kill the guy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying testosterone was up and they got heated.
But they had no power to arrest him.
And he fought back, they panicked and shot.
Yeah.
And that's the exact point I was trying to make. That it wasn't, these two guys, they didn't wake up that morning thinking, let's go kill some black guy jogging. That they said, hey, that looks like the dude's been breaking in places. Let's talk to this boy. Get two guns at the gun rack. Because they were up ahead of that guy. Yeah. Which means they stopped to wait for him to run up on him.
They knew what his jogging route was. That's what I saw in the indictment.
Yeah.
So it was premeditated in the sense that they had planned to stop and talk to him that day.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't think they planned on killing him. They planned on killing him when he wouldn't come in and when they tried to grab him and then he reached for the gun and it was a situation that got way out of control. Yeah.
Which has happened to everybody. It's not in that extent. I don't know how many times I've been at a bar trying to calm some drunk guy down and he takes a swing at you.
Yeah.
Situations get out of hand. It doesn't mean that you should be labeled. I don't know. It's a very sensitive thing for both sides. It's another one of those things that draw that line.
Yeah.
That you either agree, you can't toe a middle, which I'm right in the middle. I'm saying they're all idiots. I'm saying everyone involved is dumb. Him for running towards them and not just turning and running away. Like, you really can't outrun two chubby white guys? I mean, you jog every day. You should be confident you're athletic. You know, fucking turn around and run. There was a car wreck. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many layers to it. The only thing that's going to really suck, and I'm going to hate, is if it turns out that they actually have camera footage of that actual guy breaking into houses, and it makes those guys right. And that's going to make it worse. Because they weren't right what they did. But it's going to make them seem right because if he really was doing that stuff. Just like,
I really doubt
wasn't there someone recently that was killed in kind of like the same situation, and it turns out that the guy they actually killed was the one doing like the wrong? Was that in New York or something like that?
I don't know.
Where they said that they killed this guy, there was no reason for it and all that, and then it turned out that the guy was actually trying to rob someone or something like that. This might have been a year or two ago. And it's like the same situation.
There's been so many of these cases, it's hard to keep them all straight.
It is. And it's sad that it still happens.
Oh, yeah. I'm never one, like whenever you have a situation where a cop killed an unarmed black person or whatever, I'm never one to jump right on either side. I can't. I have to look at the facts first, before I make an educated decision on whether or not it was justified.
Yeah.
Somebody can be unarmed, but trying to get your weapon. It happens.
Exactly. And how many times have we seen videos of guys of all races getting out and daring the cops shoot me and pulling guns on cops? Yeah. Cops, every time you go to a traffic stop, it is not, you have to fear for some idiot pulling a gun and popping you right there just because they didn't have a turn signal and they don't want to pay a fine or go to jail for it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, if you're going to sit there and start telling a cop how to do his job and challenge a cop and start making weird movements and all that, I have never had a cop gun pulled on me except for one time. And that was because these kids in the alley where I used to live with my mom would run around shooting each other with airsoft guns and warn, and someone called the cops thinking that someone was born, and the gun was sitting on the steps. And he said, "Hey, put your fucking hands up now!" And everybody just stood still. He grabbed his gun, walked away. They put his gun away, and that was it. And there was all colored kids there. There was a whole bunch of us kids there. So it's like if you do something stupid and suspicious, like cops are like scared straight animals. If you make a sudden move, they attack. And it's not right, but it's just the reality of how that job is and the way us as citizens treat cops.
Yeah.
You ever been with someone that got pulled over by a cop, start fucking badmouthing the cop?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
It scares the shit out of me. I'm like, would you fucking shut up? That's like those bad kids that tell their mom to shut up. Like, are you idiot? Pete, what are you doing? It's a respect thing. If you don't have respect for the cops and you're going to sit there and act suspicious and be suspicious, it's gonna make them scared of you.
Yeah. All right.
And it's horrible that, that's the way it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wrap things up right now. Man, it's been a while since we've done a show.
I know.
I feel like
we've been going forever too.
I feel like I could go all night, man. Going through my paper.
Not me. I'm a 10 minutes and go to sleep kind of guy.
Yeah?
You got 10 minutes and I'm falling asleep and finishing no matter what. That's how I do it.
All right. If you guys don't know, you could find us on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, TuneIn, Listen Notes, Pod Paradise, and YouTube. You could email the show and it might get read on air. PlanetChaosRadio@gmail.com. Instagram is Planet Chaos Radio. YouTube is also Planet Chaos Radio. And Twitter is Planet Chaos _. You can find my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. It is Brandyn _chaos. Tumblr is Brandyn-chaos. I'm on TikTok too. I think that's also Brandyn_chaos.
I didn't know you did TikTok. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I put put the show teasers on there.
Oh, I enjoy TikTok. I like it.
The YouTube channel right now just has teasers for the show and some full episodes and stuff. But I was planning on doing some cool video content this summer. If things let up and we're able to get out and do some video content, we will. If not, I mean, it's something we could always do in the future whenever things start getting better.
Yeah. Once everything opens again.
Yeah. And then I would like to get guests back in the studio. I'm working on some phone interviews right now.
Did we get an OnlyFans yet?
No, not yet. You could start live streaming the show on Chatterbait.
That'd be cool.
All the gay dudes would be watching us like, are these dudes gonna fuck or what? I'm losing my chub over here.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll help you out. What happened to that one guy that was dancing on me? Get that guy. He'll come in. He'll be our entertainment.
Wait, what?
The guy that was dancing on me at your first Radio Fest. Or Macabre. Or no, it was Macabre Fest.
Oh, Skyler.
Yeah, get Skyler down. He'll help us out with that.
He lives in Miami now.
Oh, it's too expensive.
Yeah. He's got a sugar daddy. Alright, there was something else I wanted to plug, and now I can't even fucking remember. Well, anyways,
upcoming interview, your book.
Yeah, we got everything. Yeah, everyone knows my book's still out there.
How's your second book coming?
Not good. Not good at all. I haven't done nearly as much work during quarantine as I had hoped. So yeah, there's not a whole lot.
That's because you're in there having tea parties for your daughter.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, well, for now, that is it. And we will talk to you guys again next week. Goodbye.
Mr. Weedman, don't do me wrong. Come on, Mr. Weedman, help me sing my song. Mr. Weedman, won't you fill my bong? Mr. Weedman, I need some relaxation. Mr. Weedman, don't do me wrong. Like Bob Marley, I'ma smoke until my brain is gone. Mr. Weedman, don't you roll with rock? Mr. Weedman, I need that medication, but I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire no. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that you're waiting with the joint after the show. Everybody solo! I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire no. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that there are no bubbles breaking our windows, but I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire no. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that you're waiting with the joint after the show.